Happy Easter! We are celebrating today because Jesus is alive. I have a wonderful book that talks about all of Easter because Easter is a really confusing story in the Bible. We just went through Holy Week and we remembered the sad parts of the story, and today is the day we celebrate to remember the good parts of the story. So if you have any questions, I bet this book will help you understand it. Our book is called This is the Mystery of Easter.
This is the Mystery of Easter, written by Amelia Richardson Dress and illustrated by Lily J. Moore. This is the mystery of Easter. There was once a man who lived big enough to change the world. People knew he was in God and God was in him. Everywhere he went, people would ask him, "What's the best way to live?" This man, whose name was Jesus, would answer, "Love. Love God. Love yourself. Love everyone else." Now, there were some people who didn't like what Jesus was teaching. They did not want to be told to love God, love themselves, and to love everyone else. It's a very hard thing to love that big. Instead of learning this hard thing, they decided to have Jesus killed. This is the hard part of the story. When we tell this part of the story, we always say, this is not the end of the story. The hard part of the story is that Jesus' enemies did not want to learn to love. So they had Jesus killed on a cross. The cross reminds us of a very sad thing. Jesus' friends, the ones who knew that he was in God and God was in him, were very sad. They remembered how they felt when Jesus was around, like God was with them too. Their hearts were broken. Jesus' friends put him in a tomb, which was like a cave, and they used a big stone for the door. Then they took some time to cry and to hug and to try to fix their broken hearts. Later, several of Jesus' friends went to the tomb where he was buried. Sometimes when you're very sad because someone has died, it helps to visit their grave. The tomb was like a grave, and Jesus' friends were very sad. When they got there, they discovered that a huge stone, the stone that had been blocking the entrance, was out of the way. Inside, they saw a man dressed in a white robe who said to them, "Do not be afraid. You're sad, but here is good news. Jesus is alive again." This is a mysterious story. This is the story that changes the cross. It still reminds us of a sad thing, but now it also reminds us of a good, important thing. It now reminds us that no matter what happens, no matter how hard things are, we are with God and God is with us. This is the secret to loving God, loving yourself, and loving everyone else. God is always with you.
Well, while we celebrate that Jesus is alive, let's celebrate by playing some games. All you need is an Easter egg and a spoon, and then somehow to mark a trail or a path. I used yarn. I just took yarn and made a path out of it. You can just use your finger and the carpet to draw a line, or you can just be creative or you can just imagine your own boundaries. So go gather a spoon, an Easter egg, and something to make a path with. And meet me back here to play a fun game. Our first game is called the Rollaway Stone. So what you're gonna have to do, does everybody have an egg?
Oh yeah.
You have your egg, and you have a spoon.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna have to get your egg all the way down the track to the end to be the winner. But guess what? No hands allowed. You have to put the spoon in your mouth.
Oh. Oh.
Can you do it? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready, set, go. Try to keep it in your line.
Yeah, little bit.
Okay, this game is called In the Tomb, Out of the Tomb. And what you need to do is when I say in the tomb, you need to jump to in the tomb. And when I say out, you need to jump out. Easy?
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Ready, set, go. In the tomb, out of the tomb. Whoop, you're out. Let's do it again. In the tomb, in the tomb. Ah! Okay, right this way.
I'm so pissed.
In the tomb, out of the tomb. In the tomb, out, in, out of the tomb. In the tomb, out. Ah! Good job. Well, I'm so glad that you joined us today for our Easter celebration. And we will see you soon. Bye, friends.